So before the first gen even pops. Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky JT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.
Booper. Hello, everybody. My name is Poggy, and I'm your judge today, joined with the wonderful counselor, Rugard. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
My camera is glitching out, and welcome to the one place where you can come, your one-stop shop for completely glitchless gameplay. I can't even say it. That's how glitchy everything is today. Okay. What is my camera even doing? Why is it doing this? Do you see that? That's so weird. Anyway. It's like making me look glitchy. It fits with the glitchy. Theme, though. It's weird.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Built-in effect.
Theme. Yeah.
It's planned. Fine.
Let's see what we have on the docket for today. This is your docket, Rue. Today we have Week 4 matchup, Conference Rivals, Object of Depression, We Can't Loop, and what map are we on today, sir?
We're on the Coal Tower, I do believe. That is, again, a very balanced map with 132 square meters, 8,448 meters squared, 6 hooks minimum, 11 hooks maximum, with that one permagen in the second story that is uber safe in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I saved that gen for last.
Uber safe.
Uber safe.
Extra safe. Yeah, a Coal Tower is one we're going to be using a little bit for some of the maps that have been disabled, as you guys are wondering. Typically, we would not have been on that. As you can see, this is not actually the team's map, but because of certain issues with the current build, we have been forced to be on this map for the time being, and, you know, it just seemed like the way to go. Teams agreed on it. It's a pretty fair map, I think. Most people seem to think that. And, yeah. I'm excited to see this matchup. We have teams. We got teams. They're in here, sort of, kind of. Kind of. One from each. The Real Zappies is here, and Brizzo 3005. And today, also, while we're here, we have...
Brizzo's on Object.
Brizzo's on Object? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Did I say that wrong? Are they? Wait, why is Brizzo in here, then? Brizzo, why are you in here? Can you hear me? Oh.
Brizzo's team captain for Object of Depression. They're probably just trying to get We Can't Loop in.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. And I really want to thank again, we're going to have Counselor Tide Time. Tide, you can introduce yourself really quick. Just say hello if you'd like. We're just happy to have you on again, of course.
You ruined my surprise. I could have just showed up.
Surprise?
Yeah, no one knew I was here. Except for everyone maybe in chat. I don't know. Look, just want to show
everybody knows you're here.
Back, not on TV this time. Love it. You can see this spot.
Yesterday, I got to be like sitting here in my t-shirt with my hair undone, you know, just doing the stream and the commentary. Now it gets to be Tide who has that privilege. So lucky you, sir.
Yeah, he was a mess. You didn't see him.
I guess we're still going to be waiting on these teams to show up. We Can't Loop is a little bit late, I think. They're running a little bit behind schedule. But in the meantime, we got some stats for you guys. Let's take a look at them stats for today. Here's what we're seeing. We have two teams, Object of Depression, with a hook differential of 1.38, with We Can't Loop at 0.38. One hook apart. Not bad at all, actually. They're pretty much on par on everything except for average scores a little different, and gen percentages, We Can't Loop does a little bit worse than Object, but overall, not that far apart. These teams might be pretty close together. What would you like to see, Rue?
That is some low escape percentages, though. For getting that many gens done, that's a super low escape percentage.
Yeah, it is. That means that they usually die at 4 or 5 gens, probably.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not ideal, obviously, but it is what goes down. Occasionally, we see those teams that just they get all the gens done, and then by then there's already been a huge snowball in the making, and it just is what it is. But I mean, these teams are not that far off, and I think it should be a pretty close matchup if they ever show up. Where are they? What the heck is going on? Hello, we can't loop. Maybe we can't loop. It actually should be we can't log in. I don't know. We can't show up.
No.
So I guess in the meantime, we can take a look at what's going on with the chat. People are showing up sort of now. Get Sam to turn on his cam. No, you don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. Believe me.
One thing I will say that I think we're lucky for is that yes, unfortunately, there are some maps for home teams that are messed up at the moment, but it's really nice that there is a map like Cold Tower that exists that almost is universally appreciated as the most balanced map that we can go to and agree on. I'm glad that exists and that they didn't break that map.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's an important... Why would you stop it? I can see my camera glitching. Stop it now. It's driving me crazy. Okay.
You can't make me.
What else do we have in chat? I'm waiting for them to join. Okay, so yeah, they're coming in now. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
So it looks like
Rizzo's
chat is
inviting them. I
thinking
gotcha.
Object of Depression currently is going to win Trial 1.
Yeah, 70-30 right now in favor of Object with 8,000 blood points to 3.5k. So a pretty stark contrast so far.
A lot of people
We'll see how it changes. They got 5 minutes.
A lot of people have hope for Real Zappies then. I mean, to be fair, Real Zappies has shown to be a pretty effective killer, so I can understand the confidence.
Yeah, I love his killer. He's very good at playing killer, and I'm pretty sure he's on the leaderboard as well. Not a Twins main, no. Which I think is an outright lie. I'm pretty sure he's actually a Twins main and just doesn't want to admit it. And who could blame him?
I swear if he brings Twins, I'm going to die. Only one more time, though. Only one more time.
He only gets one more.
I don't
That's
think
right.
anybody who's a Twins main wants to admit they're a Twins main.
You're not wrong.
Also, I don't think Real Zappies is on the killer leaderboard because I think after this match, they'll have enough matches to be put on the leaderboard.
That's probably it. You're on the leaderboard. You're rank 3 on the leaderboard, by the way.
I am. I expect to move down to 4 after Zappies because I don't think Zappies has had a game that's less than 10 hooks.
Sad face. I kind of like seeing you up there.
I got to get good. And to be fair, I had my first game with Myers was not a good showing, so that definitely hurt my score from the get go.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
So, if Real Zappies is not bringing Twins, Object of Depression, obviously, what do you think they're going to bring this time? Or what would you like to see?
I wouldn't be remotely surprised if they brought like a nurse. Because I saw them playing nurse the other day, and they're not half bad. I don't know if that specifically...
Well, I mean, do you think that this early in the season you want to start burning nurses on teams like Object? I mean, I'm sorry, We Can't Loop? I don't know if that's ideal right now. I mean, I would probably save it for like the likes of CDM flops, those kind of teams, perhaps.
Well, they already went against CDM, and I don't think they burned nurse during the previous CDM game, but
no.
I don't know. It depends. Like, we might see it last because We Can't Loop. It depends. We've seen We Can't Loop have phenomenal showings. We've seen them have less than phenomenal showings. So I guess it just depends on how they handled today.
Well, here is our team, I think.
Match.
I think they're all here.
Well, so apparently on the We Can't Loop side of things, they were having some sort of issues, and they are going to be starting with a 5-point penalty.
No way. They're...
With a
yeah,
what?
they're going to get 2 5-point penalties because they have a player not on the roster playing today.
Oh, no. Is it Xbrew TV? Xbrew
I'm not
TV?
sure who it is. I'm still figuring it out.
I thought all of these guys were on the roster. These guys look...
It might be on the killer side. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
No, there is somebody missing on the Survivor side as well. Xbrew TTV is not in the roster either.
Okay, so then it's on the Survivor side. I was waiting on clarification.
Well, is Ixiebrub not IxieFN? Did they have a username change?
No, they had a console switch. Apparently, they play on console, and today they're going to have to play on PC.
I see.
Bummer.
Yeah, and so the name's not going to match, and we were told ahead of time.
Thank you. Well, we are starting to see people readying up, which is nice. Are we seeing a one penalty at -5 points, or is it 2 penalties?
Two penalties, but it's going to be per survivor match, so we'll start. That's the wrong team.
I did do the wrong team. You're right.
Am I marking this down as Ixiebrov TTV instead of IXIFN?
I guess I don't even know that it's the same person. I don't know.
I'll just type it in manually. All good.
We're not privy to what these people are doing. We don't know. They just bringing people in, being like, "You guys figure it out." Yeah,
they got the dark magic going on.
We'll get this sorted out. They're readying up there. They're starting to. We're starting to see. We see 2 toolboxes, 2 medkits. Very standard play. These guys don't tend to go outside of the, I guess, the typical meta of items. I don't know about their builds though. I guess we'll have to see that after the game or during the game. But my favorite one, I think, is my favorite one who's going to probably be kicking it today is going to be Goated Iverson. He's a very good survivor. He's probably going to be leading this team strongly. We'll see how he does today. But I've seen him play really well in the past and do some incredible jukes. And I like it. I'm digging it. I'm a fan.
I had the privilege of playing on a team with Goated Iverson. He started on my team whenever we first started all of this. And
he's pretty strong.
I can attest. He's a very good looper.
Yeah, he definitely can loop, despite the name.
Very strong
boy,
looper.
guys.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. All right, chat, what are you guys talking about? What's the penalties for exactly, somebody asked. The penalty is for people not on the roster, is what I'm hearing. So they have to fill in their rosters before we get into the games, right? And if they haven't done that, they get a penalty for it. The official roster. And are we doing a giveaway today still? Is that a thing, Sam? Is that happening at some point?
Absolutely. We're giving away the
Silent Hill
chapter. We're giving away
the Silent Hill chapter. 2 Silent Hill chapters being given away today. Stick around. Sometime in the middle of the stream, we'll be doing... I will randomly pick a word, and we will go through and have you guys type it in, and then we'll select one of you to win the Silent Hill chapter, and we'll DM you with the winning key and all that. But not yet. Not yet. You're going to have to hold out for that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back for that later.
Should clarify it's only for Steam.
Only for Steam.
Only for Steam. Yep. We can only do it for Steam currently.
Got it.
Also, Iverson says they are in fact the same person, so I'm going to still mark them as a different name, but we can change that later.
Okay. You do you.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, they're readied up. They are. Yeah, they are readying up, which is awesome. I'm ready to see this. Let's go ahead and jump into a rules video really quick. Some of you guys may be new here. We want you to know how the game is played. We don't want anybody in the dark. Hello everyone, we're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts.
Court's in with Object of Depression versus We Can't Loop. Object of Depression taking killer. Soon as I can see who it is, we're ready to go. How's everyone doing tonight? A lovely day. Those loading screens are fantastic. Can we get some hype in chat for our two teams who will be competing today for the glory of the court? We have Clown today, newly buffed and running with the antidote on his tonic, getting a 10% speed buff. Survivors about one climbing out of a locker. Dwight doing Dwight in the open, and more antidote tonic to get his map pressure started. Slow start for everybody, but once everyone's grounded, we will see some plays. Clown finding some scratch marks, seeing an aura. Seems like an object of obsession is possible with the slow gas first hit in. Clown starting chase, Survivors needing to start their generators. Time is ticking, and Survivor taking the antidote, but right into the Clown's grips. First down, 5 generators remaining. That is an odd looking Clown. Not gonna lie, I am shocked how ugly that Clown is. Clown, my main, love him, but I haven't seen that cosmetic yet. We have yet another aura reveal from a distance. Barbecue and chili, object of obsession, not sure. Gonna wait for the 2.5 seconds for the antidote and begin his ascent. Seeing another aura, Survivor Steve running into the shack, or Ace. Sometimes the wigs just get me, but leaving the shack loop, dodging the Clown's gas. That definitely looks like Ace now. Slowing the Survivor for about 5%, 10, 15%. It's a pretty hefty slow. Can even counter things like exhaustion perks. Swapping over to Dwight, getting the gas, and second down, 4 generators remaining. Second hook coming in. Survivors trying to get the flashlight save. Missed it. The tree blocking the hitbox to the killer's face. Unfortunate, but we have Ace here going for the side save. Clown not too far on another hook. Steve trying to be a altruistic ally here. Definitely wanting to get the flashlight saves. We have a Survivor aura revealing and down under pallet. Will we see a save? No. However, Decisive Strike comes in. She can go and use the pallet. Doesn't drop it. Might take the loop or returns to shack with the Clown following close behind. Using tonic, it'll take 2.5 seconds for it to activate. Drops the pallet, misses the stun. However, Clown now has to make a decision whether he has Bamboozle to stop the loop. But we have our ally here running back to a pallet loop, using her medkit to give her a bit of endurance and survive the Clown's hit, extending that chase for just a bit longer. 4 generators still remain. Survivor's going to have to pick up the pace. Ace trying to take the hit and give the Survivor more time. Trying to go for the grab. Dedicated servers. Ooh, Steve with the cheeky plays. Still going down right next to generator. Got the generator done. And 3 to go. 3 hooks on the mark. Killer trying to keep up with the pressure. Survivors mending and trying to recoup. We have Clown using tonic to get his 10% speed boost, swapping between his various bottles. The mending going behind the pallet. And now we have a good old mind game standoff. Will the Clown reach around? Or no, he just reached right around. Clown using that mind game to his favor. We have Survivors going to save our beloved Steve, and Clown getting his 4th hook. 3 generators still on the board. Clown having to destroy some walls to get some advantage in the coal tower itself. Survivors healing from hook. Dwight standing there, trying to play out the killer, jumping down using a safe pallet loop. It seems the killer's none the wiser to his location, and instead using his abilities to break more walls and make that as unsafe for the Survivors as possible. Clown kind of defending his hook. Survivors running around. I guess they're trying to be a bit scattered here, figuring out what the next play is. Clown using his freshly refilled bottles, going to hit the Ace. Ace going to run away. All Survivors injured. 1 on hook. Just about a quarter to death, maybe even less. Tonic to give Clown the movement speed. Dwight getting caught out. Injured. Does he have the dead hard? Nope. Dwight just immediately goes down right next to Hook. Clown's going to camp this one out. Can we get a whole bunch of campers in chat? That way he gets both of his slug and his camping points. 2 Survivors on a generator going to take out Dwight, and we have our first Survivor down. Dwight in the basement. Unsafe area for any survivor, especially against Clown. Was saved back last. Definitely hard to get away from. Clown continuing to use his antidote, get that speed boost. Might not actually get any benefit here other than to the upstairs. Being there are no survivors up there, he's just defending his wonderful Dwight prize. Clown in the open. He's defending his generators. He's got a point. Survivors need to make a play at this time. Clown continuing to make the coal tower as unsafe as possible. Definitely an area you want to work at first before the killer takes advantage of breakable walls. 2 generators on the map to go. Half the hook's already done. Clown's still defending. It seems that Steve and Ace can't decide whether they're going to go for the save or if they're going to get the generators done. Time is precious here. It seems that Steve took the bait and Ace is going for the save. Dwight has yet one more chance, making that save right at the last second. Steve playing the mind game. Clown going for the pallet. The resources running thin. Generators almost done. Steve's going to have to make the big loops. Decides not to take the slow. Stays around for the killer. Drops the pallet safely. Doesn't risk the hit. And runs back to the prior pallet loop. Seems the pallets are going to be taken. And that was an unsafe play. Unfortunately, Clown pulled it out. Got a hit on our poor Steve. Poor Steve. Clown seems to have lost interest. Returning to the other survivors who are working on the generators up on the second floor. Seems Clown's using tonic to get the speed boost to get up there. He can use his tonic to actually get the aura off, running those add-ons for the benefit. It seems that Dwight dead hard, but the Clown called it or missed. It seems it was a miss. Couldn't hear it. My apologies, but the window play was not safe enough. Using tonic to get possibly back down to the basement with additional speed, Clown secures a second kill. It's up to Steve and Ace to pull 2 generators by themselves. Ace returning to the upstairs, Steve remaining injured down below. Separating from Ace, Clown's already got his sights on and another chase begins. But it seems Clown is not interested in Steve and just swaps over to Ace. The pressure is on, both survivors are injured. Clown has all the game. 2 generators still remain and only 2 survivors to do it. They may need to make a hatch play here. Clown trying to mind game. Pallet safely dropped. Ace dropping pallets, just trying to remain alive, keep that chase as long as possible. Hopefully Steve is on a generator. If not, we likely will see the demise of this team. Will it be a 4K or will one of them get hatch? Ace not dropping that pallet even though it was safe. He's able to get to the second loot. Clown forced to eat yet another pallet. Pallets sponsored by pallets. Good for your fiber. Ace unable to mind game the Clown around the corner. And that will be second hook for our first hook for Ace. Steve's gonna have to either make a stealthy play, stay away from the hook, stay away from the Clown. If Clown uses his antidote, unfortunately, they may not know he could see them with the additional effects of that tonic. But we'll have to see. Clown with additional bottles as well. He's got plenty of tonic to go around. He's able to secure this kill. This is all in whether they get the hatch or Clown finds Steve first. It's a very big play to have here. If they could get at least one survivor out, they can try to get as many points as possible. I'm not sure if Ace really wants to sit on the hook, try to give the hatch to his ally. Depending on who finds it first, the hatch should have spawned by now. It should be a thing. Both teams looking. Unless Ace saw the hatch near Clown, it's going to be a dangerous game for sure. That tonic not revealing any survivors. Clown might be confident the hatch is around. Ace hitting second phase. Steve going to make the ballsy play. If Clown comes by with tonic and I can't tell if he's on his way back. No, he's just reloading in the distance. That save was then there, and it's safe now. Going for the save. 2 survivors back in the game, both injured. One generator remaining. There's going to have to be a reset, and the survivors are going to have to use minimal defenses to loop the killer as much as possible. With no pallets in the area, dropping as many as they did for the safety of prior chases that are running low on resources, it seems that Ace is going to go down once again. Pallets in the area are down. Ace is death on hook. If either side knows where the hatch is, a hatch play is vital at this time. Steve is running around frantically, attempting to secure an escape. Who will find hatch first? Our favorite game to play is Killer. Using the tonic to find the survivor. Steve is injured. One mistake could mean the death of Steve. Who's your vote on, chat? Steve or Clown? Who makes it there first? Hatch found by Steve, and he's out. We've got 1 survive and 3 deaths. Unfortunately, the Clown, even with his all-seeing power, unable to stop our almighty Steve. Barbecue and
Almighty
chili.
Steve.
Corrupt intervention. Yep. Pop goes the weasel. And save the best for last. Personally, save the best for last. My favorite. I like this build out of everything. Out of every game I've been here for. This build complements exactly what the Clown's build was meant to do. He had a long range track with barbecue and chili. He had a short range track with his tonics. He had the early game pressure with corrupt intervention. And then he had the chase prowess with save the best for last. And once he secured those chases, you'd pop goes the weasel, just control those generators. And without any pressure on those gens themselves, Clown was able to secure those kills quickly and efficiently. Back to you, my friends.
Thank you. Well, everybody, that was trial number 1, and we're going to go over it in just a second. However, I have to apologize to everybody because I was trying to do clips, but my thing wasn't doing clips, so we're just going to have to watch the full game back. But first, let's do the post-game review, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we've been watching Week 4 matchups. Conference rivals, Object of Depression versus Vigo Loop. We hope you're enjoying the show, everybody, and this is your trial number 1 post-game review. This is what you just witnessed. We saw 4 generators getting done by the Survivor Squad. Really excellent plays, but Clown was doing really well too. 1 person escaped by Hatch. I believe it was Iverson who got out by Hatch with 8 hooks from the Clown. Really well done overall. And 3 kills. Fantastic play. Fantastic plays, really. I just enjoyed this game in general. It's fun to watch. 21-11 in favor of Object of Depression, though. Object coming out strong in the opening with their killer. Really well played, and they're leading going into trial number 2. And also, as another matter of note, my camera, it just is not turning back on. Something's wrong with my camera. I think I killed it. So we're not going to get to enjoy any more PodCam. But yeah, this is... Rue, you can come in and help me out here a little bit, because I don't know Clown that well. I really don't. I know he's sort of like Doctor, but that's about all I got. That's really it. That's all I know.
So I've been juggling with myself on how I feel about the new Clown update. It's like I love the reload speed. I think that was definitely something that needed to be addressed. However, they did definitely get quite a bit of use out of that antidote. And honestly, Cigar Box is cracked. That add-on is absolute gas. No pun intended. And made
I get it.
pretty good use of it, honestly. This game would have been a lot more rough for We Can't Loop if Iverson had not escaped. Iverson escaping was pretty instrumental in keeping this to a much closer score than it. Honestly, this game felt pretty one-sided for most of the time. Clown had so much pressure almost at any given point, and just really well done that Iverson was even able to escape. That was really well done. I'm surprised Clown didn't try to slug for the 4K. I'm guessing they were just trying to go for hook and hook and hook and hook as much as they can. They did get a decent amount of hooks. They said they had how many hooks? 8? So that's a pretty good number, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially for Clown.
Well, I wonder because I mean, Clown did really well. Yes, I agree. Do you think the survivors did poorly, or do you think that they just had a bad run? Because I mean, it seems like they were doing pretty good. They just had bad 50-50s, maybe made a couple of mistakes or something here and there, and the Clown obviously capitalized on those. But overall, I don't feel like the survivors did bad. I don't know what your thoughts are on that though.
So I think it's a matter of happenstance. I don't know if Real Zappies did this intentionally or not. They didn't actually try and chase Iverson until the very end of the game. And Iverson is definitely one of their strong, like, if not their strongest chase that they have on their team. And so Real Zappies literally avoided chase with their best chaser for almost the entire game. And I don't know if that was intentional or not, but if that was intentional, it did exactly what you wanted it to do, where you were just able to get much easier chases for yourself. I'm not saying, they're bad, but you can't tell me that Iverson is not their best chaser. So that probably played pretty heavily into this game, I would say, because they went, what was it? They camped out, not camped out, but they essentially made sure that Chef Mitchell died relatively early in the game, I would say. And then after securing that, we've seen that too a couple times now, is where you'll either camp the person to second state or, make sure that they get out of the game by some method of camp. There's usually a progression hook early on, and you're willing to sacrifice 2 gens, because 2 gens to sacrifice for one player being completely removed from the game via 2 hooks is absolutely oppressive against the team, especially if you don't, make that 2 gens done. If you make that 3 or 4 gens done, then it's quite as, equal. Also, really good job baiting the hit there, getting that gen done. I think that was the only time they interacted with Iverson that was outside of chase, because every other time they were being chased. And Iverson put on a really good chase and let Ace almost effectively get a full gen up in the coal tower done. And when they switched over and, Ace was being chased, Iverson immediately went back up there and finished. So they had some good team plays. It just wasn't as much good team play early on. And maybe it was a bit rusty. Maybe they don't go against Clown that often. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm kind of surprised they brought Clown myself, but it worked out. I can't imagine you see a lot of Clowns be competitive for practice, so...
Yeah, there was one play where Iverson actually, and I guess you couldn't hear it or see it, but the Clown whiffed on him at the pallet, and it was because he dead-harded into the pallet and then vaulted over it. It was really, really good. And it just, I mean, that's just the kind of stuff we see from Iverson on a regular basis. He's just that kind of player. It's
I have witnessed it
he's got the
firsthand.
balls. Yeah.
Every time that I've ever seen Iverson, I expect him to have dead hard, and I expect to have to wait out dead hard in a really awkward manner, because he's also one of those people that doesn't burn dead hard early when you're in chase. So if you get right up next to him and like, oh, okay, you're not using your dead hard, and you swing, he will dead hard right when you're swinging somehow. He's just got that intuition. I don't know. So
yeah, he's very strong.
Survivors didn't stick to gens nearly as much outside of chase. I mean, Clown did harass them quite a bit, but again, Clown only has so much gen pressure. He's one of the worst gen pressured killers in the game, I would argue. Even with the speed buff from his antidote, it still doesn't make up for the fact that he just has he has all the chase pressure in the world, but no gen pressure. So I'm surprised that. And you know what? Actually, now that I'm reflecting on it, it's probably because they 4-gen themselves at the end there. They got 3 gens done on the shack side of the map, but there were 4 gens that were not completed on the coal side. And so the Clown didn't have to walk nearly as much as they would have had to if they had, gotten 1 or 2 gens on that side out of the way. So honestly, it might have just been the Survivors 4-gen themselves really early on. That could have also been the situation there. It's never just one thing, but yeah.
But to be fair,
really good on Clown.
I have to agree with you. I mean, the Clown did such a good job capitalizing on those hook pressure, especially the basement hook. He pressured that really well and forced them to come in for saves that were just dangerous, risky plays. And I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it overall. But we can't enjoy this forever, because we're getting onto another game soon. They're loading in sort of right now-ish. They're in the thing. They're starting to ready up. And here's our squad. We have Don't Come Near Me, Welsh Girl, I Soaked in Bleach, Brizzo, and on Killer we have Goated Iverson. So the Survivor, who was just surviving like god tier Survivor stuff, he's going to be on Killer now. So that should be fun. And yeah, Object is obviously going to be surviving. Oh, please tell.
I'll wait until we load in.
If you're so smart, sir, such
calling
such
for
a
Legion.
mind reader. You're calling for Legion. I could see that.
Yes.
I could see Legion on this map. Wouldn't be too bad.
Give me a Legion.
Legion's hot. All right, well, we're loading in, guys. We're going to take one look at the killer scores and how those work. We'll be right back after this for some more Tide Time commentary. That beautiful, sexy man. Here we go. All right, everyone, we're going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset.
Court's back in session with Object of Depression and Weekend Loop. With Weekend Loop defending as killer. Prosecutor survivors getting the gens done. Let's see if they can walk away with more than one escape. We have Fang. We have Nia. Goodness gracious, these wigs. I'm going to have to update my wig kind of calendar and see who's who behind all of that. But we have Freddy here with some ropes, and we've got him starting with the Call Tower. This was interesting because this was a strategy the Clown did later. Clown had set up the breakable walls later than earlier, but setting it up earlier will help reduce the resources from the survivors just a bit sooner. Survivors walking around. They're being cautious. I believe one just got into chase with Freddy. We're going to take our first hit and start the chases. Survivors, get on your gens. Time starts now. Freddy committing to chase. Survivors still lost as to which generators they're going to hop on. Freddy about to secure his first down. She's got the loop. Didn't break the wall. Freddy, you gotta start doing that a little sooner. He broke one wall but didn't set himself up for the window play. He let the chase go, going to attempt to pressure a different generator and stop another survivor. He saw scratch marks, blood from his prior chase, got confused, still looking around. It seems she's giving him the loops but has no defense left. Does she have dead hard? No, she's just dead. First hook of the game. 5 generators still on the board. Survivors, you have to hurry. Only halfway on a generator. You really hate to see it. But we can hope that these survivors can pick up the pace. Walking in the open, it seems like life is not on their to-do list. Freddy setting up a very dangerous character. Unlike Clown, he sets up traps too slow, whereas he also has the ability to teleport wherever he needs to. Making sure you rush those generators, don't allow him to get that pressure on. Vital. Running through the killer shack, running away from your defenses, it's gonna lead to a free hit for Freddy unless there's a pallet nearby. It should. Oh, it's not there. Did not spawn. No window to save you today. Taking the far end window. She still has to try to get Freddy to stick on her for as long as possible. It seems Freddy's losing interest. Chasing Nancy off of the generator, dropping a pallet safe, bumping into that atrocious terrain. Fired dumpsters everywhere just to get in your way. Freddy giving chase, going through the window. She's got a T&L loop along with a pallet side. Does he mind game it? No, he misses the window hit, and unfortunately setting himself up for a slow, so she cannot take the loop again. She's still standing by the window. He's uninterested in the chase, gives up and moves on. 1 hook done. 5 generators still on the board. Survivors have to pick up the pace if they don't want this killer to snowball late game. Starting on yet another generator. Freddy smacking that tree. Don't know what it did to him, but apparently in the dream world it's a problem. Nancy going to take a hit after taking the slow. Doesn't drop the pallet. Saving resources for later. Smart play. Absolutely need to conserve as much as possible for the late game. Freddy gets baited at the window, but has a slow setup, very much like the Clown's gas. It would stop that loop, but she goes for the pallet, drops it, stuns Freddy, extending that chase even longer. 1 generator completed, 1 hook done. You normally want to see 1 hook per generator, as that would be the even flow, but it seems Survivor's going to be able to snowball at this point. He is not getting any additional hooks. She's running to yet another pallet, safely drops it. Freddy going around, doesn't get the hit, breaks the pallet, and the chase goes on, running back to the shack, which still has its pallet along with the window loop. Will Freddy be able to set up the slow? She triggered one of his traps. We have Survivors completing gens elsewhere. He's interrupting a generator. Hits Survivor number 3. Gosh, these cosmetics are... I wish I knew them all by now. I swear that's Fang, yeah?
Cheryl.
Yeah, that was Cheryl? I'm gonna take a moment, team. Freddy, please kill her. She's gonna... Thank you, Freddy. I needed that. But anyways, back into the game. We're down to 3 generators. Nobody able to go for the pallet stun, but Survivors diligently, finally, at work. Second hook coming in. Freddy not able to get as many resources as he should have out of those chases. Not defending the 3 generators. And you don't really see him teleporting to any... Oh, he's going to do his first teleport in to interrupt a generator. And we have Fang Min injured, running about. I don't think Freddy's here. Is he? Freddy? Freddy. He's like my dad. Went out to get milk and never came back. And Fang getting caught out right next to the pallet. Dead Hard did not take her through as she had hoped. Unfortunate. Dead Hard, kind of hard to aim at times. You always get those mistake inputs, and if you just don't get it all the way through, it could totally mess up your game. Third hook for the killer. 1 generator remains. These Survivors working as hard as they can. Now, hopefully, with as slow of a start as they had, they made sure not to put themselves in a situation where 3 generators are together. And now we have Nancy. That's not Nancy. Why does she also have a red jacket? Oh boy. That one's Nia. Oh, goodness gracious. Why does she look like Zarina or... Oh, God. Okay. No worries. Everyone's just playing with my hearts with this. What happened to the good old Survivor looks? Why can't we be simple again? Freddy not taking out the walls to take advantage of that, but catching Nia out in the open, runs through a pallet but doesn't drop it. Freddy seemingly respecting it, walking around the slow trap. Freddy resetting yet another trap, but she's taking the loops around Cold Tower. Freddy still not opening the door. Freddy must have another plan. If he doesn't act fast, he's going to lose his final generator. Let's pray Freddy's got some Noed, Remember Me, some totally out of meta thing just to surprise us. It seems that Freddy's time has come. We have Cheryl. God, what Cheryl is that? I'm going to have to look that. Chat, I need your help. What Cheryl is that? Nancy running through some pallets. Freddy giving chase. No pallet here. That was expended earlier in the match, running back to the shack, which should still have its pallet, but unfortunately not on the right side. Trying to juke the killer, unable to get it. Freddy getting his 4th down. No adrenaline play, unfortunately. Now, there's a chance she had it, but he picked her up too fast, but getting the basement hook. Freddy, not the strongest defense in the basement. He's going to have trouble securing that kill if the Survivors make the proper play, but that's if they want to, because they don't have to. They're in a point where all Survivors are still alive, unlike with the clown. They can all walk away. Either they can showboat, get as many points as they want, opening both doors, getting all 4 Survivors out, and taking that freshly found hatch from Nancy. Ooh, just waiting at the exit. Not getting the hello teabags from the Survivors. Very professional. Survivor's still questioning whether they want to save her or whether she even wants to let go. Freddy is still questioning what his decisions will be. He's definitely going to defend the hook. It's probably his best play to secure that 1 kill, and the Survivor's going to be able to walk away with a lot here. I would easily mark this game as done. Poor Fredster. And there we go to secure the hatch. Play 2 doors open, 1 death. Hatch open. Thank you. Thank you. And with that, we end our game 3 escapes, 4 hooks, and 1 death. That leaves us with a Pop Goes the Weasel, Ruin Barbecue and Chili, Corrupt Intervention. With Freddy, unfortunately, you didn't see him play into his own ruin. And because of that, the survivors likely, whether they broke it or not, survivors weren't pressured off their gens nearly as much as they should have been. Teleportation on Freddy is what makes him terrifying. Sure, he has to set up with his traps for the slows, but if you're running Ruin on Freddy, you have to get the value. And that value comes from being there at the generators, and you have the teleportation in. So with that, hopefully, Freddy has less nightmares of survivors winning these games. Back to you, my friends.
Less nightmares of survival. I like it because Freddy, he's a nightmare. I get it. The nightmare. Anyway, so we're going to be going into your post-game match review. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. So guys, you've been watching Week 4 matchups, conference rivals, Object of Depression versus We Can't Loop. And this is going to be your trial number 2 post-game review. Here is what you witnessed today. We saw 5 generators getting done by this survivor squad. Really well played all around with 3 escapes. One of them, unfortunately, dying at the end, but the killer only got 4 hooks in total, which is kind of a disaster, unfortunately, with 1 kill. Not great. Not great at all, especially compared to the first showing from Object of Depression. Now 24-9 in favor of Object in trial number 2, with Object still leading going into trial number 3. And we do have some highlights this time. I don't know what was going on last time, but there are highlights now, and we're going to be taking a look at those in just a second. Rue, maybe you can take us through some of those because, you know, I like your analysis.
I feel really, because I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. Like, just Freddy did not perform here. Like, Freddy is one of the best killers in the competitive environment, and I didn't see them take advantage of hardly any of their abilities. Like, sure, you know, teleporting occasionally, chasing survivors off gens, that kind of thing, but yeah, they didn't get much Ruin value. Ruin didn't regress hardly any gen. I think the survivors also might have broke it early, but even then, just I really feel like they should have committed to a chase much earlier on. I don't know what their strategy was going into it. They didn't seem to try and set up any kind of 3-gen that I could, like, at least that I could see. I didn't see a 3-gen setup or a 4-gen setup. Survivors split up very early on. I didn't think there was one. Okay, yeah, we didn't see a setup like that. One thing too you're supposed to do as Freddy is passively be setting up those snares as you start the game. Kind of like Fred. It's, you know, kind of like Trapper and Hag in a way. You set them up kind of passively, but for him it's even easier because you literally don't have to stop to set it. You just walk along and pop it down. So, please nerf Freddy. Anyway, I can't even pin, like, I don't think there was one specific thing that went badly for Freddy. Just they didn't commit to chase when they should have. Like right here, 100% what Tie Time was saying. Like, you need to break that door to deny them that loop. Really should have committed to this more, I think, and just getting that early down. Honestly, not getting the first down within the first, 40, 50 seconds of the game was just pretty much crushing. You didn't get an early hook. You didn't have anything to try and defend, make the survivors sweat. You've got corrupt intervention. You've got that area on lockdown. I don't think there's, like, you're not in your corrupted zone right here. There's no reason you can't commit and just make sure that, you put them on a hook, you camp them down, and don't let them do anything. Some kind of way to perform pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like We Can't Loop is really struggling today,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a lot of things that snowballed really poorly for them. The whiff against the Nancy was unfortunate, but it didn't really seem to extend that chase a ton, in my opinion. So, just unfortunate. Like Freddy, while I will say Freddy is easy street when it comes to killers, you still have to know how to balance his abilities.
Right.
And we saw it I think we saw at least 3 or 4 times they, looked at a gen and faked going to it. But if I'm being critical, the bar was halfway filled up when they canceled. You want it to be like 90%, 95% to make them actually think you're going to get out, like actually teleport Because if you just do it 50% and then leave, they're not like survivors do not leave the gen if they see teleporting Freddy until that form is almost completely manifested. Because like, oh, he's actually committing, and then they'll break off, and then if it disappears, then you go back to it. But I don't know. I don't know if I can pick out specifically what went badly. Just survivors did a really good job coordinating that whole time. They were
really
like,
it was really well played all around.
Constantly on gens. I also saw while we were watching the match some questions regarding the rules for this. So the point system is essentially based off of the basics at the moment: hooks for killers, confirmed kills for killers, and gens and escapes for survivors. Each gen progressively gets more points as the gens are completed, and for each escape survivor, you get a total of 5 points. And each hook progressively gives you more points for the killer side. So you get 1 point for first hook, 2 points for second hook, 3 points for third hook. So you can, the point system is essentially incentivizing playing the game more thoroughly instead of just trying to go for confirmed kills and camping people out just immediately, because getting 2 hooks or 4 hooks and 2 confirmed kills is not going to grant you that many points for the killer side. Whereas, getting 8, 9 hooks is definitely a solid score in your book. Even if you get, only 1 or 2 confirmed kills out of that, that's still a very decent score for the killer. And that's I would say that's the meat of the scoring system, I would say. The more finely tuned details, like, the blood point percentages at the end for people to get bonuses based on how many extra things they did. Like survivors, if they get boldness points for doing totems around, doing extra objectives to try and pad their scores, can lead to more points at the end of the game for bonuses. But I think, honestly, what I'd love to see in the future is if behavior ever allowed for this, having the ability to track extra objectives like doing totems, like, did the survivors check all the chests? Did they check all the totems? How many hooks did they destroy? Random bonus points that you can get over time. Just random little miscellaneous things. I think that'd be really cute, but oh well. Anyway. Oh, and we should mention this because Lesbian Love has been going off in the chat. She has been gifting a ton of subs to the jury, and I do appreciate that.
Yeah, she's been
However,
great. Thank you so much,
Lesbian. Yeah, if you get anywhere near the amount that I've gifted, I will go off on you, and it'll not be pretty.
Challenge accepted. So really quick, though. Really quickly. First of all the teams are here, but I have a message from the Huntress. She has a message for all of you. I don't know if you're ready for this, but here is the message.
Oh, goodness.
Hello, my name is the Huntress. I am Huntress. And if you guys type in the word cringe into chat, you will be a potential winner of one of the giveaways today for the Steam code. Back to you.
Can I ask something? Why does the Huntress sound like Poggy?
I don't know. That's so weird, isn't it? That's so weird. That's so not cringe.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's not pretend that you're not cringe, too. Shut up.
Oh, my goodness. So we got Chef Mitchell TV is going to be on Killer this time.
That's right.
I think we've seen Chef Mitchell kill more often.
He did Freddy in the preseason, and he freaking destroyed. It was beautiful. And I'm wondering why they put Goated Iverson on Freddy and not Chef, since he is someone we know who is good at playing Freddy. I don't know. Strange choices were made.
I don't appreciate you referencing Freddy destroying my team.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I wasn't talking about your team. I was just saying he did...
You said preseason.
I'm sorry.
Maybe your team deserves to get destroyed.
Yeah, could be. That could very well be it. And as a reminder, my camera is not working, so I have a still image put up there now of my face.
That's not the picture that I remember.
You can just pretend that I'm talking with my mouth moving, but I put that there for the sake of, just keeping it there because, we need it. So I didn't want a blank screen to be there, so while we were waiting a moment, I just put a little screenshot of my face up there. Because I'm weird, and I do things that are weird.
You know exactly what picture I want on that screen. I think you should go get it and put that one there instead.
I actually don't. You're gonna have to walk me through this.
You know the one on the Patreon?
No, we're not doing that. Okay, moving back. We're just gonna sit on these
OnlyFans one. Come on.
No, we're going to be sitting on these clips a little bit more while we wait for the teams. They're still readying up, and we're kind of waiting on them. But it is the same Survivor squad. We got Ice Soaked in Bleach, Brizzo, Don't Come Near Me, and Welsh Girl. The only thing that's changing is the killer, going to be Chef Mitchell. Now, some of the chat has been typing cringe. Somebody typed it with a K. That's not how you spell cringe. So your entry won't count. And in a couple of moments, we will roll it.
This giveaway... It's also worth it to note that this giveaway is for Steam only.
Steam only, yes.
And if you come to us, if you come and you don't have a Steam account, we're actually physically not going to be able to give it to you because of the way that we acquire the code. So
you
I
can't
really
do that.
hope you have a Steam. Yep, I really hope you have a Steam if you win.
Or you have a friend that has a Steam.
Or you have a friend of a friend who might need a Steam, who might set up a Steam account, and I don't know, what are we talking about? So we have a few people who have entered. We're going to give it a little bit longer. You guys have a couple more minutes before I will roll the dice and see who we get, but you will be able to enter still. Cringe is the word. You got about maybe 5 minutes left, maybe 2. We'll see. I don't know. Let's just play it by ear. Maybe after this game. And they are starting to ready up now for sure. Brizzo just unreadied. I don't know if she just changed her mind. He's like, no, wait, I need to go pee or something. So we're going to have to keep waiting a bit more. Pogard, damn Pogard, what did we do to you? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Also, can I just say that I love that some of these squads are like the full-on femme fatale squad style?
I love our chat. We have some of the
like
best
they look
people
like
in
a
chat.
gangster squad.
Yeah, they are. They do look pretty sick. I mean, they look like they kind of match. Like, it's almost like you could take pieces of each one of their outfits and put it together. But anyway, we don't have time for that anymore. We're going to be going into game right now. Here we go. We're going to watch them rules video, how the survivor points work. We'll be right back after this. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivors side earns their points, and let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each, 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each, and 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point, 2 escapes is worth 2 points, 3rd escape is worth 4 points, and the 4th escape a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivor side earns their points.
So, Poggy, I need you to go ahead and pack your bags and get out of here. You're fired. Get out of here,
I didn't
Poggy.
do anything.
Bye.
But Poggy.
Get out of my realm, because court's back in session. We have, again, Object of Depression surviving with We Can't Loop as killers, sponsored today by Camaraderie. If I'm not off that hook in 2 minutes, just wait a little longer. Today we have Legion. Didn't expect to see a Legion, but one of the more controversial killers. Definitely good in terms of an emblem pip, not as lethal as some other killers. Missing his frenzy strike. That's going to be one costly move. Either he couldn't make it or misjudged the swing. Either way, that frenzy hit is everything to a Legion to get that early pressure going. Survivors now have an opening to get all the generators started and getting his first hit in. Legion has the option to frenzy hit the already injured survivor in order to get his tracking going, but it seems that he's going to be using Corrupt Intervention to block some generators. Doesn't seem like he's got any other tracking and already let go of his first chase. Frenzy hit, trying to protect his beloved totem, and likely now seeking out the other survivors. This is Legion's only big benefit, and we see some rubber banding going around. Let's see if Legion can compensate for it, and takes his first pallet stun to the face. Unfortunate. Mending in different locations. Legion's best time-wasting ability is just to hit as many survivors as he can and waste as much time as possible. However, as much time as he wastes, if he doesn't get those hooks, it doesn't amount to anything. He's going to need to be able to apply the pressure, but he's also going to need to be able to take someone down. I believe that is his frenzy run. Running out now, scratch marks don't reveal where the survivor's at. Not sure if he caught wind of her running around. He went up on the hill, but unfortunately lost his frenzy once again. Starting chase all over. Survivor's already reset. No damage done here. If this were a normal game where the emblems were in place, Legion would definitely be benefiting from the Gatekeeper, but let's see how Legion transfers that into this competitive play. Going to get his frenzy strike, hit her over the window, and now has his tracking. He knows where everyone's at, but he chooses to stun himself for the hit. He didn't have to do that. It's an interesting choice because that costs him more time than just striking the Fang naturally. There's a hit and then the stun is just costly for him, but he does make it up. He does get the hit and he gets his first hook. 3 survivors on separate generators. Their progress meaning everything. You've got a 75% done, 25%, and another 80%. 2 gens definitely about to pop. Frenzy going off. He is chasing one of the survivors off. This is the generator that was only about 25%. So if he has Pop Goes the Weasel, you pretty much reset that to 0. However, the 2 other gens should be popping. 1 already done, 2 following suit. Getting the Coal Tower generator done. Now, if we talk about that in terms of the survivors' plans, it's actually one of the worst generators they could have done because it's in a really high spot, hard for the killer to get up there and defend a 3 generator setup there. That's one of the worst ones to have because generators can separate you by putting 1 person on the first floor, 1 person on the second floor. Continuing his chase, 1 hook in, 2 gens done. T and L loops like crazy. Legion just doesn't have the power for this. Taking another stun, but consuming that power or swapping into Frenzy just to get around. Is he going to catch Nancy? No, Nancy's gone. Using a toolkit to get that speed up on yet another generator. Going back to the TNL loop. Such an odd loop. Now, the way she had approached it, she's definitely going to get hit by the frenzy as long as Legion keeps their cool. But is Legion just going to go for the stun again? Not utilizing the frenzy to its potential to spread the damage. Likely there wasn't enough targets nearby or they were too far. However, maybe just going for the natural hits, running a save the best for last in your build to kind of end these chases a little faster could benefit Legion a lot more. Getting the pallet stun once again, 2 generators on the map left to go. Legion is in a bind. This is looking a little harsher than last game. Freddy had a bit more pressure. Freddy had a bit more downs at this time. Nancy just doing her dance. Back at the TNL loop. Legion going to be able to get his first hit. Tried to juke him, but unfortunately unable to escape the M1 attack. Let's see if the T loop works. He's mind gaming it, and Nancy plays it well. Getting just a couple more seconds in this chase, but running into a dead zone, hoping she can make it all the way to Shaq. There is a pallet not too far. Is she going to get the hit? Does she have? She has dead hard. There goes the pallet. Legion yet not able to secure this chase. Time is ticking. Generator at 80%. Survivors ticking away at the time. Legion's gonna have to make it done. Nancy walked away. 1 generator left. The other one could be popping any second. Legion just giving up his frenzy ability, unable to follow Nancy. Even if he did catch up, he can't hurt her in frenzy. It's one of the weaknesses to Legion. He's not that lethal. His power doesn't allow him to be. And in these lethal chases where it really matters, survivors spreading out, doing different gens, it seems Legion has met his match. With only 1 hook, unable to secure these chases. Missed the frenzy. Unfortunate taking. Oh no, he's still frenzied. He didn't go for the swing. My apologies. He might have just been falling, but he's going for a TNL loop. Don't see whether or not he missed. He could have gotten the stun. I'm not sure if Legion's getting any value out of this ability. He's chasing people off 1 generator. Survivors should be spread out. All 4 are alive. Only 1 hook in. This generator should pop any moment. It's nerve-wracking to see how long these chases are going. We have a generator 80%. And Legion still just trying to secure a chase. Too many pallets. And the final generator done. Doors ready to be open. Legion ready to hang his hoodie back up. Can Legion secure 1 kill? He really needs to get points or he's putting his survivor team in a dire situation. possibly maybe Noed. It's rough. It's not something you'd likely see here, but it would be a trump card to maybe help score a few more points. And even if he does get the kill, it's more about the hooks as well. This is unfortunate. TNL loops lined up side by side, getting one hit on Nia. Can he secure the kill? He's got the hill right next to a TNL loop going right to Shaq. He unable to get up the hill, unfortunately. Messed up the loop. However, Frenzy able to start revealing where Survivor's at. Takes the early stun. Fantastic move. Able to realize, but unfortunate that she has Enduring. Can he count it out? Is the pallet gone? Are the Survivors leaving her? Is she down? Ooh, unable to get the block. He has to get the pressure, push the Survivors out, and he risks it. Interesting decisions. They could have borrowed time. Wouldn't be wise for Legion to leave it open to that one Survivor dipping, 2 Survivors dipping, 3 Survivors dipping. I am so sorry, Nia. Nobody really cares. Maybe you were the killer all along. And with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 survives, 1 death, 2 hooks. Unfortunate game for our Legion. We will give him a moment of silence. Breaking that moment of silence.
By the way, I was not trying to focus on her crotch or nothing. It was just a glitch, okay? Just so we're clear. Okay, if there's something where the Legion gets stuck or the killers get stuck in place, I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, you got Surge, Hexthrow, Encrypted Intervention, and Pop Goes the Weasel. Continue your thoughts.
Being that Legion didn't get any downs, Surge really didn't get any value this run. It was interesting to see. Corrupt Intervention seems to be very popular here, getting just that early game pressure. But again, having this Ruin and the Pop Goes the Weasel, it doesn't seem to be paying off. I'm not seeing the value here, especially with Legion here, who's not a lethal killer by any means, but good at general pressure, so Ruin makes sense. But this Pop Goes the Weasel wasn't getting any value, didn't get any downs to even get it, even if they did break Ruin. And on top of that, Surge not getting the benefit either, because you have to get the downs near the gens. Unfortunately, he didn't go with anything to really benefit off of Legion's strengths, such as his just M1 presence. Save the best for last, Nurse's Calling, Sloppy Butcher, anything to give him that upper hand during chase. And that's all back to you, my friends.
Was that 1 or
Back
2
to
gates
me.
open? I only saw 1.
I think only 1 gate got opened in that one. I'm pretty sure. I tried to see if there was another one, but they all left out of 1 gate, and I think they only got the 1. So I don't think there was 2. And that's going to be a good score then. So we're going to go on to the post game review. We'll be right back after this. Keep your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we're watching Week 4 matchups with conference rivals Object of Depression and We Can't Loop, and it's been an interesting matchup. They're struggling to do killer today. It's really hard to watch on this one, but we saw 5 generators getting done by this Survivor squad. Really well played all around. Just really well coordinated. 3 escapes. Only 1 person dying. 2 hooks, though. I mean, that is just not good. Legion really struggled. Just not the plays I expected to see. With only 1 kill. I don't know. It's just... They did so well in the preseason and then struggled today, but 22-7 in favor of Object. Object now leading, going into trial number 4 as we prepare to see the end of today's matchup. Rue, what do you think about these highlights today? What do you think about what we just witnessed?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. I play a lot of Legion. Legion have a special place in my heart. One of the first killers that I really dedicated to learning. Because again, like Ty Time said, great for blood point farming. This killer and Doctor gives you a ton of blood points passively just for existing in the game. It's super great. That said,
I have to interrupt for just a second. Sorry.
Go for it.
I have to interrupt. And just one quick interruption. We did, in fact, get both gates open. I just did not see it. So I'm going to mark it, change the score slightly to, I think, 2 extra points. But that's it. Sorry, you can continue. I just wanted to get that out.
Oh, you're good. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, yes. Legion. So... the Survivors did one thing very well immediately, from what I could tell based on like when I was seeing him in Frenzy. He did also, to be fair, he didn't get a lot of Frenzy hits, which You really need to get an early frenzy hit if you want to do anything with Legion. Not getting an early frenzy hit, which we saw here, he didn't get an early frenzy hit, is a really, really bad start that is really, really tough to come back from. Because if I remember correctly, his cooldown for his power is 40 seconds. Is it 30 or 40 seconds? I forget. And they didn't get that. The survivor, which does deny a lot of his power. If you like good teams, that's why it's situational if he's really good and competitive, because good teams will just spread out, and your frenzy isn't a ton faster than your base speed. I think it's only like 140, if that. Like it's either like 130 or 140, which is not that much above 115 is base speed. So you're not zooming like you were before. Honestly, wouldn't mind if they buffed his speed by like 5-10%. I think that'd be really nice for quality of life, but that's besides the point. These are the add-ons that I do run. It is the Frenzy Duration add-on and Cold Dark, which makes his fatigue after going out of Frenzy a bit less, which is really strong. I like this combo personally. It's just a well-rounded Legion play. You get up close after a Frenzy, and you can cancel, and you can usually catch back up to within 3 to 5 seconds of chase. So that's really, really good and handy. They didn't chain a lot of frenzies together. And again, one of the things too that you can use with Legion that a lot of people don't realize is you don't even need your frenzy for chase. Just getting across the map after getting a hook, going immediately across the map where you suspect survivors are on a generator and kicking it, or chasing them off of it is really strong. Not a lot of optimal frenzy usage, honestly. For most of this match, Legion was just an M1 killer the entire time. We didn't see hardly any use of the power effectively that I could see. That said, as far as the build, I don't like Ruin on Legion. I think it's I think it's counterintuitive to the way you want to play. You're not chasing survivors off very aggressively, usually. What I tend to try and do when I play Legion in any environment is identify a 3 or 4 gen. I take a similar build, but I prefer Thanatophobia personally, because you can it's kind of like play. You can keep them injured for so long and so easily. If they heal, cool. I'm going to put you right back into the injured mending phase, start over. And so you get a lot of value from Thanatophobia. So I just prefer Thanatophobia over Ruin because it's just more passive regression. They didn't chase them off gens that much, so you really didn't see Ruin. Even though Ruin got broken fairly early, you just never saw it in play
really
anyway.
Early, yeah. It got broken so early, and then it's such a gamble bringing Ruin and really any totem perks, unless you're protecting it. But then, like you said, even with Legion, you're not running them off the gen, so what's the point? I don't know. I feel like it was a bad decision to bring Ruin, and maybe just Pop Goes the Weasel would have been fine on its own. I don't know. That was a tough one for me.
Oh, yeah. For me, my preferred method is sometimes I run Corrupt, sometimes I don't. It depends on the map. Pop Goes the Weasel, Surge, because you get downs in really crazy places, usually pretty, especially if you're doing, you're planning for the 3-4 gen at the end of the game. Surge is pretty good, honestly. Even if it's only like 8% regression, you can punish them for dedicating to a gen in a lot of cases. And then on top of that, Thanatophobia, and I sometimes like Thrilling Tremors. It depends on the map. It depends. It's a toss between Thrilling Tremors and Corrupt Intervention. So yeah, Thrilling Tremors has some good, especially late game applications, because you're either blocking gens or you're getting information off of where they are. So it's kind of a dual perk. Whereas Corrupt Intervention, again, it just depends on the map. It really depends on the map. I've ran both before, but no, Ruin didn't need work done. We never saw Surge go off that I could tell, because he just never committed to a chase long enough to get it down, which again is the result of not getting good value out of the frenzy. Just like you said, they're just kind of struggling on killer today. It's really unfortunate.
And
it hurts me.
With
I love
that in
Legion.
mind, yeah, I know. I know you do, and you're really good with Legion too. So we have a couple of announcements. One of them, Chicken Pickle TTV. If you didn't already, you can DM us. You did in fact win the first giveaway. So that was a fun fact for you guys if you weren't noticing that. The second thing is, I think we have one more to give away, another Steam code if you're not a Steam user. And I don't know, what do we want the code to be, Rue? What do we want it to be?
The phrase to enter?
Let's wait to do that next game.
You want to do it next game? All right. We'll keep it secret, but Rue, you can tell me when we're in the rules video. That way I can prepare it, all right? What? Just think of a word, any word, and we'll throw it in. So, guys, let's get ready for the last game. We'll have
our 10 o'clock game.
our 10 o'clock game? Oh, you want to wait till the 10 o'clock game to get ready? Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay.
Jeez, you're making these guys wait. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, we are going to be here until late tonight. And yeah, I am a still image. And we're going to be here until like midnight. So at 10 o'clock, we do have another game, and we will be back for another matchup. So feel free to tune in for that. That'll be We Overslept versus Hellraisers at 10 o'clock p.m. And these guys are in the game right now. So we do want to go ahead and take a look at what we got here. This is our other team. They have switched sides now. We Can't Loop, I believe, will be surviving, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so We Can't Loop will be surviving. Object will be killing. We got the real Zappies on killer again. Go Today Iverson, Chicken Pickle TTV, Mr. What's It To Ya, and Xibrov TTV, all on Survivor. A bro squad if I've ever seen one, for sure.
Yeah, Mr. What's It To You? I just now realized. Yeah, they weren't here in the first game, and Mr. What's It To You is similar to Iverson in ability for looping. I would say.
He's very strong.
So
yeah,
that was
they're both
probably
good.
pretty tough for them. Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a better showing in the last game, though I am pretty sure that the score is too far apart for them to actually come back. At least they're going to play it out, and we'll see how they do. And they're actually loading in now. And as we do that, we like to do one last rules video for you guys. It's just so you know, for the new people who are here hanging out, you know how the game is played. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, we're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, two teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts.
Ladies and gentlemen, court in session for our last match between Object of Depression and We Can't Loop. This time, Object of Depression killing. So far, Object of Depression showing dominance in their first killer match. Can we see another 4K? Let's find out. The dreaded loading screen, the dreaded getting into game screen, and the not so dreaded hag game. Hello. With such an advantage, it's odd to see hag being used. It seems more hag was a throwaway here. They are in such a good position. They could have wasted a much weaker killer. However, survivors hopping on all of those gens and hag having to run out to start their setup, and Steve just kind of doing, he's vibing out in the distance. You just kind of gotta let it happen. We got hag beginning chase. No setup with any traps right now. Trying to do some chase. It's a very awkward. Is that a monkey's paw? Add-on? Oh my. And chasing 3 survivors at once. The mythical top tier play, being able to push all of the survivors away. Honestly, probably one of the things that a killer would hope to happen. Trying to go for the lunge, missing, and then taking the pallet to the face and heading off. Dwight confused, left behind. Steve standing there and vibing, just like Ace. Not sure what they're doing. Used the best palette in the game so haphazardly. That's going to come to bite them, especially because that's the basement. Hag in basement, going to be very difficult to get your allies out of. And with 5 generators still on the block, hag is chasing. It's a very odd thing to see, but quite possibly could be the strategy here. Oh, what is this, my little Steve friend? What are you going for? Steve gonna get our first flashlight save of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first save. Steve, hero to the people. And more importantly, the flashlight wielder. He is the chosen one. May the stuns be with you. Dwight and Adam running around. 3 survivors injured. No hooks yet, but 5 generators still on. Dwight trying to beckon the hag. Hag going through the loop and getting a quick hit, running bamboozle. This build on Hag is going to surprise our survivors, and Steve just being Steve kind of failed there. He was our chosen one. He was the hero we once wanted. But this different play on Hag could throw the survivors for a loop. First generator done. Second generator seemed to be pretty close to being done. Let's see if she's got the pop goes the weasel. Watch that regression hit hard. First save, one hook, two generators done. It seems this is definitely becoming that throwaway killer. Not the typical defensive play you would see for Hag, as I don't see her setting any traps, but for sure, Hag is going crazy. Misses due to the dead hard. Going into the TNL loop. Dwight having to get it. Head on stun! The BM! Stevie boy still trying to prove his worth, his mettle. And... or was it Dwight? Why do you all look the same to me? You're all dirty, toxic survivors. Get him, Hag. Chase him. And does the med kit endurance. Styptic really coming in here and still beckoning the Hag on. Now, the last time you did this, Dwight, you got bopped in the face. If we're going to see another bop in your face, it's going to be a sad moment. No dead hard. The body block on the window, and down goes our Dwight. Now, this trap setup's a little different. Instead of allowing the Hag to teleport, the traps actually maintain a physical body to body block, so it's good. It can work for Windows. You as a survivor can still get around it. It's not known to be one of the strongest things, but it's interesting. She's trying to get a body block set up here. I believe she wants them to come up here, be body blocked, and then be able to defend that hook. They're popping the traps. That flashlight, though, flashlights on the traps destroy them without them ever activating. And Steve's being the hero. Two generators remaining, only two hooks on. Hag just trying to make sure she gets this one kill. Seems that Steve is playing into it. He's already got half of his flashlight used up. Adam getting caught out, taking a hit, injured. Stevie, are you going for that save? Adam was the distraction. And I see the save. We got Dwight off the hook, Hag returning, and a dangerous shack play. If Hag actually committed to that, she might have been able to prevent that loop. Here she is chasing Adam now. Dwight off the hook. Death on hook. They're going to have to protect Dwight if they want to get him out. Working on the final generators. Adam running for his life. You know you got Steve out there. So you have one dedicated generator worker. You have the distraction, and then you have Adam. And then Steve. And then these two. Hag just enjoying these hits. Pebbled right in front of the Hag. You know you've got a strong game when you bring a pebble as your only weapon. Strong choice, Steve. Strong choice. Not going to be able to make this loop. Gets downed. And now the hook games begin. Two generators still rocking it. Hag having quite the seizure. Needs her medication. She will not make it at the end of this match. Second to last generator done. Those survivors are going to have to jump on another. Doing a dirty sabotage. Doesn't get it. Goes down. Play does not go through. And now there are two down. And two up. Now, whether that's going to be the unbreakable play, you don't see unbreakable. Unfortunately, it's not that faster bar. And then you have an immersed survivor not too far into the distance. Survivors really need to decide whether these saves are absolutely worth it or if they want to go for the generator. Generator obviously going to pay off way later. He just fell off. She's keeping an eye on him. He's struggling. She's going to go for the hook, but she has the setup. Now, he's not going to be able to get the save. Actually, I'm still kind of questioning what he's doing. He's making her miss. She's taking the bait. She gets the hit. He's going for the sabotage. She's too close. He's going to down her. And the second failed play. This is absolutely baffling to me. They're trying. There was a mistake. You could tell he tried to sabotage it. The mistake of not getting the initial input to read, dropping it, and then trying to go for it again. He probably should have let go. Unfortunately, all these physical body blocks don't do anything to stop them. He's got an audience. Congratulations. We ship our new two lovers off the rock and into the distance. Ace getting hooked with Adam also on the hook. They're going to have to make separate saves. Hag's really getting some hook value off it's weird. It's weird to see all this. We got the borrowed time going on. He's gonna make the save. That's probably gonna give them yet another hook. He doesn't go for it. Instead, he wants to make the safe pallet stun. Could make the save. He might have the borrowed time. He's still gonna go down regardless. I'm still kind of questioning that one because he used not only an additional resource on the pallet, he did get the save, but he still went down. He could have given that resource to who he saved in case the borrowed time wasn't going to work out. Had him back on the hook. Hag just pulling these hooks all over the place. Unfortunately, this team still got a generator to go, and I'm not sure any of them are working on it. Oh, no, two definitely jumped on it. And they're done, surprisingly. Does Hag secure at least one kill? That's the focus here. She's going to wait it out, but doesn't wait out the borrowed time. Disrespects the endurance. And now Dwight doing his aerobic crouches just to show that Hag can still do it. Hag, it's all in you, we believe. And down goes Adam. Now, Steve has to be chased out. He does have the flashlight. He's doing aerobic crouches as well. Hag staying in good shape, running in the distance. Adam going for his nightly crawl. Sometimes you just have to get out there. You'll never know until you explore. And Dwight, being the risky man, running out. I don't think he's going to go for the save. Else he's just going to go for the trade. It's not going to be worth the points that's going to happen here. Takes the first hit. He's not going to go for the sabotage. Is he going to go for the... Oh, just the showboating. Just the showboating. He's like the guy who just hit the touchdown. He's going to do a bit of a dance. The song of his people. And then he walks out. Oh, no. Never mind. He's really got to work it. You really don't feel it in the glutes until you get at least that regiment going. And there's our game. 1 death. 5, 6 hook. I don't even know, but I don't even want to know. We have Hag with Nemesis.
Yeah, there you go. Here's your build. Bamboozle, Nemesis, play with your food, and Enduring.
Enduring. Honestly, why don't we just start running Remember Me? Sorry. I'm good. Here, take it.
Oh, that was just so entertaining for me. I could not stop laughing through it. It was so entertaining. Oh my goodness. Was it competitive play though? I don't really know if that was. I mean, they're so far ahead that they burned a killer, had a little bit of fun with it. I guess that's fair, but and then the other team so far behind that they went for some meme builds, and they almost actually had some success with the sabotages, but not quite. Like milliseconds out. I was watching the little thing go around, and there it was like so close. But Rue, I mean, do you have any thoughts on that really quick?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is like this totally Hag normal, tech is latest from the this is from the underground tournament scene that's been coming around. This is the latest Hag tech. Body blocking Hag is super, super strong. And I don't know if these survivors were ready for it. It just happened to be that they had the right toolkit of a build to tackle Hag at her best. Chase Hag, body block Hag is super strong. But when you've got a bunch of, breakouts, and you've got the Sabo toolkit build, it's really tough to deal with. And they had the flashlight to deal with her traps. So they didn't get nearly as many body blocks as you would like.
Are we... What? Okay, so we're going to do the post-game review. We'll be right back with some highlights. What planet is this? Is this an alternate universe? I don't know what's going on. Here's what we witnessed. We saw Week 4 matchup, conference rivals, Object of Depression versus We Can't Loop. We're going to be having some cross-examinations after this as well, so don't forget, stay tuned for that. This was trial number 4, and this is your post-game review. 5 generators getting done this trial. Not bad at all. These survivors did fantastic. 3 escapes, only 1 person dying at the very end of the game, but the Hag did well too. 6 hooks, not something to sneeze at. I would say that was a pretty good game. 1 kill though, not quite enough to squeeze out any kind of win across it, but 83-45 in favor of Object after trial number 4. Fantastic showing from Object of Depression today, and they are convicted of murder. So well done to Object of Depression. And we're going to go into the post-game highlights. Rue, I need you. Please, I need you.
I'm glad, Poggy. This day was coming for a long time. Man, this. I think we had an inkling of this from the other day. I remember, if I remember correctly, I heard them talking about playing Chase Hag. And I believe it was even Real Zappies that said they wanted to bring Chase Hag at some point. I just didn't expect them to come out with it now. I'm honestly just surprised that they even brought Hag, because usually Hag is like Tide Time said, this is a pretty insanely good killer. And I don't know why you would bring it for this specific build. So, yeah, I don't know what to say to that. That said, it was fun. It was fun to watch, but this is what happens when you have such a huge lead. Often teams will just, take something to have fun, see what they can get away with in the game. Because I think the most optimal game can only gain you 30 something points of a lead, and you're not going to get that. Like, the lead was too far ahead for them to come back anyway. So, yeah. I do love Waterlog Shoe. It's a really cool, cute add-on, but I have never seen it used to very powerful effect. I think the first time I ever heard about the body blocking build in the first place was Monto really likes the build personally. He's made a lot of videos about body blocking Hag. That's where I first learned about it anyway. So, yeah. I love Breakout. I love all the stuff that they're, messing around with. But yeah, this is they just wanted to have fun after, let's face it, Object of Depression was pretty crushing today. They did a really good job. And whether it was roster issues that was hurting We Can't Loop, or not having their A team all there today, I don't know, but definitely was not the greatest showing of We Can't Loop. I'm kind of surprised because, again, in the preseason they were showing really strong, so I'm not really sure what's going on with them. Also, I think we have some cross examinations coming up. I think We Can't Loop is waiting in the side wings if they want to come in. Are we doing cross examinations?
Chef Mitchell, you there?
Hi, my name's
We also have Mr. What's It To You if they want to come in. Because I don't. Chef
still muted.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. They're still server muted.
He has a server
Weird.
mute, yeah.
Yeah.
Mute him again. There we go.
All right,
Hello.
let's try that. Miss What's It To You there?
I think you brought me in instead of Mitchell. Mr. What's It?
Oh no, you're both from We Can't Loop. We were gonna bring both of you in.
Yes.
So, where were you for the first match? Usually we see you on the starting roster. Were you unavailable?
Yes, I was not available because we had just moved to a new house and we're doing like a lot of remodeling, so I had to let Ixie TTV take my spot in the first match going forward. But I had just finished, took a quick shower during the opposing team's killer matches, and then got on to try and help the team.
Okay, fair enough. I was kind of surprised when we didn't see you in the starting lineup, but you came back for the last one. What have you? What's up with the killer strats this time around? Because you guys were doing really strong in the preseason with killers, and recently it seems like the killers have been struggling a little bit. Have they not been able to practice with you guys much? What's up?
No, we have been practicing, but I feel like one of the things that we just need to do, because Mitchell has said in honesty he hasn't played like a lot of killer just because he's been swipping so much with us, and he feels like that has in a way hurt him as a killer. Because he even has after the match he was very upset with how he had played, and we're trying to cheer him up and stuff, because we're not here to put each other down, because we know in this league we knew what we were getting ourselves into coming into the league, so we're trying to do the best to support each other, even when we may not have the best of matches.
To be honest, I wanted to get off after the first game.
Yeah, whether it's survivor or killer.
Fair enough. Well, Do you guys see anything after this match that you guys want to, improve on between next gaming?
From Iverson, he says one thing that we need to do is practice more, and at the same time, like, I feel like we need to stop practicing against each other and try and find people who bring different strategies to the table and different different play styles to where we can stop being predictable towards each other and get like a fresh new feel for different killers and stuff and how they play and try and escape against them. Because I know a bunch of other streamers because I'm a streamer too, and I have and one of the things I've gotten us into is our competitive matches on my friend's channel. And just the other day we actually got an exhibition match against Super Alf. And like we're trying to do that with like a bunch of other killers because on my friend's channel he knows a bunch of other competitive killers, so I've been talking with him trying to get those killers to go up against us so we can try and practice just so we stop going up against each other to where we are very predictable.
That's a very fair point, because scoring against your own team for so long does tend to it tends to get very repetitive. I feel that. And again, that's why we try and set up as many scrims as possible between teams, so that's a fair point. If you guys want to sit around for just a moment, we're going to get Object of Depression in here, and you guys can talk about it a bit afterward.
Sure thing.
Zappies, I see you're here. Sausage, are you here?
Hello. He's muted right now.
He is muted right now. Well, that is okay. We can...
Sorry about that. I'm watching the stream.
Hey, Hope.
Oh, you're good.
Hey, yo.
Good. So, I gotta say, that's the first time I've seen Clown using his new kit effectively. Did you practice a lot of Clown off stream, or what's up?
So the meme has ended. I am a Clown main. And that's honest truth. I'm a Clown main, and everyone I've spoken to has said the new bottles are useless. Just use the other bottles. I feel like I'm one of the only people trying to make them viable. And the cigar box is just so dirty, and I think that's the only way right now. So yeah, that's pretty much what I went into.
I am not going to let you lie to the audience like that.
I know I am a Twins main.
You're a Twins
main. But no. For real, I am a Clown main. That is my baby.
Okay. I was kind of confused because, again, we rarely see Clown used, if ever, and again, very effective play with Clown. It was rather enjoyable to watch, and yeah, the cigar box is definitely a pretty sick add-on for sure. What's the range on it?
16 meters, which means it's technically better than Pig's Eerie add-on. Which
it's better than Blight's Compound 21 too.
Yeah, it's a disgust. It travels with you as well. So as soon as you leave the smoke, wherever you are, it keeps moving. Like,
oh, that's sick. I like that a lot.
It's a dirty add-on. I think Clown's more viable, but he still just has that issue of gen pressure. But if you can get snowballing early, which luckily I did, that's how it comes out, I guess.
Yeah, I get you. And so. Oh, where is it? So you guys also played against Legion. Did you guys intentionally spread out like that, or did it just happen that way?
This one's for Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We tried to spread out a bit because obviously with Cold Tower being quite a small map, if you group up, it can be quite, it's easy to snowball on that map. So we just sort of spread out on it and kind of made sure we're all in a certain position, like, everyone in the place, and then if someone gets into a chase, we know we can just push gens with Corrupt.
Fair enough, yeah. And what was the other one you guys went against? The Freddy. What was when you saw Freddy load in, what was your guys' strat after that, from that point? What's your guys' strat for Freddy? If you can, without divulging too much.
Well, we were supposed to hide at first, and then I got seen dead quickly, which the team is going to remind me about for the next, 2 years. It's like, a Welsh girl especially was giving me shit for the entire match for it, but, it's like, with Freddy, it's just, yeah. I hope we are.
No, we're a team that hate each other. That's our issue.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Family
It's like, can't
rivalry.
stand Zappy. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Johnny does smell, and he doesn't believe in Chase Hag, so...
Does anybody actually take
No.
twins mains seriously? Like, come on.
Listen, Sam. We're gonna have a brawl in a minute.
Oh, you want to go? One-on-one cowshed, motherfucker.
Did you really just say that after I went fetching for pebbles for 20 minutes?
I think 20 minutes is a
I
little
about to
bit
say, I don't think
exaggerating.
you want to 1v1 a cowshed against a twin, because they can block off one of the entrances.
Don't bring logic into this.
Oh, goodness. This is devolving rather quickly. All right. Before this gets too out of hand, Object Depression, We Can't Leave. Do you guys have anything to want to say to each other after that?
All right, I have a lot of things to say. So who was the clown again?
I'm the clown.
Okay, so I want you to know that one hit at the pallet behind Shaq. You know that didn't hit. You know it.
Hey,
That did not hit me. You know that did not hit me.
Hit validation's the thing, brother. Hit validation's the
Hey,
thing.
That did not
Wait,
hit me.
before this gets more out of hand, listen to Mitch. He has a degree in clowning.
I do have a degree in clowning.
Nah,
I have a PhD.
it's just a terrible patch for survivors, and like I know your rage, especially when it's EU versus NA. Like that's, you know, even more of a mess.
Team could tell you I wanted to get off after the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I have mad respect for you guys. Like that was you guys played fine. Like in the clown game, I was actually stressing out at one point, and I devoted into a dirty ass playstyle. So, like kudos to that. And the 2 killer games, like I don't know what happened. My team just started playing really well. So, but yeah, you guys are.
I became an Apex player during this patch. I'm not gonna lie.
You still haven't.
I've been playing more. You have still hit platinum though. Get back on the bench. What's it? Hurt my feelings.
Personally, I've been taking up Rocket League, but that's just besides the point. Anyway, so do you guys, after that, do you have anything to want to say to the chat before we call this stream?
I mean, honestly, huge GG's to huge shout out to Object Depression. Great game, honestly. I'm sorry that we came in like in the last one with like the strats that we did. We were just like, you know what, like let's just have fun with this. Let's just play like let's just have fun with it. And like literally, like on my streams, this is how we always be playing, just messing with the killers and stuff. And it's just funny because when we take it seriously, we do so bad, but yet when we're just messing around having fun, we actually get stuff done. Like that's like what we literally said during the.
You
whole
weren't
match.
supposed to tell him the plan. What's it?
Hey, just have fun with it.
Yeah,
And also, Zappies. Also, your victory burgers will be coming in the mail in the next 2 days.
TY man, TY. I want to say a big shout out to fucking CDM Lesbian Love. She's actually been training me for about a month now on how to fetch pebbles. So I feel like I did a really good job there. And Hag's a D tier killer, but that's my opinion. So
Excuse me.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow.
Get the
Wow.
hell
My opinion.
out of my stream right now.
my opinion. Okay, bye.
Okay, give him a German suplex. German suplexing.
Oh, what is going on?
I don't know. It's a disaster today.
You know what's really funny is the face that Poggy is frozen on is the face I would imagine he's giving to anybody who says Hag is a D-list killer.
Mood.
I mean, that is the face I'm making right now, actually. So anyway, since I'm frozen, Rudy, you want to do the out, or should I do the out? Or, I mean, since I can't actually move.
I got this.
You got it this time?
Got this. Yes.
Okay,
All right.
go for it.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. That was Object of Depression versus We Can't Loop. Object of Depression coming out 83-45 over We Can't Loop. We have another game coming up at 10 o'clock that you don't want to miss. That's right. We got a double header tonight. The party don't stop here. And we are going to be giving away another Silent Hill DLC tonight. You don't want to miss that. Again, only for Steam. I'm sorry, console players. I love you. I promise. It's not going to be this way forever, but it's where we are right now, as my sister would say. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back in about an hour or so. And yeah, you've been watching Vigo's Court. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in just a bit. Toodles.
Toodles? Really? Really?
took before the first gen even pops. Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.